Yeah, so what? This is the fourth round. We just finished killing X Sabers, and we decided. I haven't really figured out exactly what this deck is, but we decided that it's Trash Princess, and this is a really cool one. There's a lot of cool things that happen in this one, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I lose a die roll, so that's fun. My hand doesn't matter that much, so it's not that big of a deal. And I know he's on something slow. The whole Raikou mix-up doesn't really do anything to me. Although this is a good way to mix it up for sure. Torrential feels bad. And I don't have any way to combo, so... Yeah, I just ended my turn, right? Probably. So this is something I don't do that often. Normally I like to do Thunder Dragon. But I knew, like, I could just combo. So, like... And you also don't have to worry about Crow game one, right? Like, so... Unless he's, like, maining Kaiku or something, like... This is just going to combo enable me. So, this is a Torrential, so that sucks. But, next turn I get to go off, so we're gonna be comfy with that. He mills those dandies, that kind of feels bad. So now he gets to make a Stardust, so he gets or Colossal, so he gets to press for damage. And yeah, I guess I wasn't afraid of Torrential here because his board was so big, but he was wise to Torrential. So
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I have some stall stuff going on, so it's not too bad. And I was really surprised. Oh. Well, he got me. He killed me there. But I was really surprised he didn't just make a Black Rose Dragon and flip up my guy. Yeah. So that made me feel like he wasn't very experienced.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Yeah, that was super weird. But yeah, his minus sixing himself for Torrential, like...
Yeah, the one thing that you're probably concerned about is either like Raikou or Snowman Eater when you do the Black Rose effect. But if you're seeing a bunch of frog monsters, I don't really think there's a reason for him to think on Snowman Eater.
Yeah, and like even then, like you're gonna attack into it and then not do damage. Like, so yeah, this hand's really slow and bad, so that feels really bad. Having lost game one.
It's alright, his hand is slow and bad too.
Yeah, so he summons a fucking debris dragon, dude. Why not just pitch the crow for the extra 100 damage?
I don't know.
There's no target. So I love this. This is something that I talked about in one of my tutorials, that like if your hand's really bad, you can just summon a poison draw frog, and yeah, like it's clear that your hand's bad, but also if you decide to attack over that, especially for 900 damage, you're basically guaranteeing I get combo next turn, or I get to...
That was a weird choice by him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be better off just passing with that hand. If you already know that you're on this sort of...
I don't know, maybe set the debris or something.
Well, he doesn't know what I'm on. I think. Maybe he thinks I'm just Frog Monarchs. So, but yeah, so that ended up being the Substitute.
Yeah, and it's still very odd to keep the bottomless in post board against you.
Yeah.
Because when you're at the stage that you can synchroing off, you're winning regardless of a bottomless.
Yeah, and like I said, he didn't see anything from me game one, so he has no idea what I am, maybe. Or I'm Frog Monarch, and like he couldn't side out enough or something. But I was really lucky to get that poison draw, because I ended up drawing Foolish or Fishborg, I don't remember which one. Fishborg, I think. So I was able to play around Crow, because I got an extra card of Reach. So I do the regular old special where you discard a Fishborg, and I don't always declare from grave, but when I do, it's because I want you to crow me. So like I did the declare, made him think, oh, I definitely want to crow this, and then I pitched, and then of course he can see because it's a cost, so of course he can decide not to do it right then. But like I'm getting it in your brain that I want you to crow this right now, and that's exactly what happened.
Games.
So that was nice. And if he had another one, I was good. I had another Fishborg. So that was the single biggest mistake he could have made.
Yeah.
So he wanted to Phoenix Wing. He wasn't paying attention to the fact that I had a third Fishborg.
Oh.
And he showed me his bottomless, dude. Horrible.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
It's not going well.
Yeah,
what you want to do
to...
is wait for the substitute to go off and then
right.
Flip the substitute back.
Yep. Yeah, you want to hit the substitute in response to the effect.
Yeah, you want to hit this sub when you summon your swap frog, because you can't declare prowess sub again when you hit this.
You can do it right away. You can do it right away with Windblast. You don't
Yeah,
care
if
about
I use
swap.
Substitoad and I tribute this, then you chain Phoenix Wing to hit Substitoad. So then Substitoad goes
Yeah.
to the deck and then shuffles away. And that would have hurt. And not that he could have really done anything in response, but like
But it's
because he
funny.
did
What's-
this way.
We're
He
teaching
loses.
everyone how to beat you, by the way.
That's fine. That's fine.
This Wing Blast is just a -2. Putting the Fishbook back and you can summon it again.
Mhm. So it's like
Didn't
again
lose
he wasn't
anything.
paying attention to what I discarded. But like
Why didn't he
rightfully,
just blast the Substitoad?
yeah, that's what you should have done for sure. But yeah, because of this, yeah, I know exactly what to be afraid of back here. But to be fair, in this situation, I would have been ignoring this no matter what. But yeah, I know exactly what it is, so I can do my thing. And actually, so I have both Trunade and Heavy in here right now. So I end up, because I'm so confident what this is, I end up marginally increasing my chances. So I end up pitching this Heavy when I could have cast it right now, because I know I'll draw my Trunade later. So maybe I would have done that differently, but it's so marginal it didn't matter. But yeah, so I get to do my little efficient plays, which, again, have improved a lot. But yeah, like, being able to play around Crow because I got to draw one card deeper, and then having, like, he had his answer that he chose to do on Fishborg, and that would have been a decent answer for buying him a turn, when clearly there was a better option, but I had the third Fishborg, so that was just crazy. And yeah, my draws have just been on point since, so. Nice Colossal Fighter Armory Arm over a Debris Dragon, which is harder for me. So like I use the Plague to make the Armory Arm for the first one, and then the other one I have to use 3 cards to make it because I don't have a level 3 non-tuner.
How does Colossal Arm work against a 1000 attack point monster?
I have to have 2. It might trigger twice, I'm not sure, but all I really care about is making this guy bigger.
Oh, right.
It's never come up.
Second armory. Got it.
Yeah. So if that mattered, I'd probably ask a judge, or maybe I should know it by now for sure. But
No,
Right
I
now-
just completely in my mind forgot that you could just make the second armory. That's also
Yeah.
that answers my question.
yeah, so I know how many cards it takes because I have my big fancy spreadsheet. How many cards it takes to make, 3 Armory Arms and stuff like that. But yeah, that was awesome. So that little mistake couldn't have been punished harder. And my hand is insane. But yeah, I decided to play it slow because I'm not afraid of anything. And this Heavy, like, I knew this Heavy was going to be -1, so, like, since I had the -1 for 1, and I don't have
Why
any...
didn't Shadow Imprisoning Mirror.
Yeah, that's probably just one of those situations where he doesn't have anything to side. That stops Colossal, does it not?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. But it's Armory Arms effect, so... I mean, it would stop the combo, but, I always Heavy before I do it, so it's kind of a naive solution.
Yeah, you get the damage one time, but you can't revive the Colossal, but you must be really desperate to side Shadow Imprison Mirror just for Colossal.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a million.
Oh,
other
yeah, so
points
this is a
before
big one.
stuff before Colossal.
So I didn't know exactly what I was doing this turn, and I ended up having a big decision. He had a Debris Dragon and Thunder King. I was like, well, he could have other stuff, and I can't really combo, but I'm going to keep digging. So I know I'm going to keep digging, but this is my opportunity to just clear both of these. So I had a Substitoad with a Swap Frog and a Death Frog, and I ran over a Thunder King and a Debris Dragon. So, like, the Can't Be Destroyed by Battle effect was, like, perfectly matched to clear his board, which I thought was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this for a Swap Frog and then Murray from there. But I thought that was a neat little thing, because I knew I wasn't going to combo right then. Oh, yeah, that Thunder Dragon bailed me out. I love when that happens. Because this Exodius, I was going to have to slam it right here, and it was just going to, like, stop. But the +1 from Thunder Dragon let me, let me keep going. So now when I slam this Exodius, I'm going to keep on drawing. So I'm just going to make stable board here, because I already used my battle phase.
Brain controlling his hand. What is it
Yeah,
doing?
he ends up doing... he ends up just tribute summoning the Cyber Dragon. I'm pretty sure. Or tribute... Yeah. So, I make soft dupe. So it's not perfect. But this doesn't matter at all because I have infinite. But what I infinitely make is just enough cards to Colossal Army arm him again. I think I have enough cards right here, right? No, I need to do a little bit of... Okay, so he does know my deck. I've seen it before. So either he knows my deck or he understands. But I just said, hey, that's infinite loop. I'm going to draw until I can Colossal. He said, I get it. And he just let me go.
Did you really just say, I can show you if you like?
Yeah.
Maybe he just saw the streams or saw a video.
Sure, yeah. That's cool. And I guess he had some respect, but just not exactly how to answer it.
I don't think Crow does that much to you.
Oh, so I guess we missed it. I kind of glossed past that. He crowed my Treeborn. Yeah, I definitely glossed right past that. Which sometimes matters. Like, it's really hard to say. People say, when do you crow? And, like, James says he definitely should have crowed my Avarice, which he should have in that situation. But, like, there was another game in R.B.E.T 2 where, like, the guy straight up messaged my homie, Stealth Ninja, and was like, hey, when do I crow? And he said Pot of Avarice. Which is rude, first of all. Like, why are you going to tell him when to crow? Say, lol IDK. That's what you got to say. But yeah, so basically, the correct answer is sometimes you crow this. Sometimes it's right to crow the Treeborn. And sometimes it's correct to crow the Fishborg. And sometimes it's crow to hit the Avarice. And you can't really know. And you kind of have to guess.
Because
I
know
won
in,
against you. Sorry.
in our internal match, I know that I crowed the Fishborg, and it had some effect on you, but you were still able to put up a decent enough board.
Yeah.
Because me crowing the Fishborg was not... I don't think that was what lost you that game.
Right. In that particular one, it was because, and this is something I have been meaning to say on the channel, that, like, Foolish Burial is kind of weak in such... In that, like, if you don't have the other +1s to go with it, then you have things in your hand like Exodius and Imperial Iron Wall that you do not want to discard. So, like, Foolish represents a Fishborg, and it's a Fishborg right now, which is good. But unless you have, like, dead frogs to discard, then you're going to be discarding, like, really important stuff, and you can't even do anything. So in that case, like, I Foolished for Fishborg against you so that the Crow was a -1 for me. Because I had a discard to summon it, and then that card advantage was what mattered. So it wasn't that I couldn't keep going, it's that I didn't have enough cards to discard to keep going. Which is important sometimes. And what were we going to say, Joey Boy?
I think I once crowed your substitute with you beat from the deck with swap. And you tried to get back with salvage, and I knew that was the point you crowed the substitute.
Uh-huh. And I only had one substitute in my grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when you do it. So, like, if you're trying to play around Crow with salvage, then typically you try to hit the same thing. So, like, it doesn't matter. But I've honestly, like, I don't even know if that situation would come up again. Like, sometimes it does, obviously. Like, if you're trying to, like, start comboing. But, like, salvage is just kind of a +1 for me nowadays. So, I don't know. Like, the situation comes up less and less. But yeah, that's definitely a good way to do it, to stop me from going off to begin with. But yeah, so this was a fun one. He wasn't doing really anything particularly impressive, but comboing through Crows both games was cool, even if they could have maybe been placed better. But yeah, that's that for this one.